Again, welcome. We are going to listen to the report from the situation in the east of Ukraine. We're going to listen to the Colonel Lysenko regarding the situation in the ATO zone. You have the floor, Colonel. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. The situation in the ATO zone continues to be a tense one. Last day, the enemy's provocation were recorded along all the line of the contact line. In the Lugansk sector, the only hotspot was the city of Shastya, where the enemy twice shot the ATO forces positions using both the grenade launchers and the machine guns. In the Donetsk sector, for the first time over the last 2 months, they decided to launch a direct attack near Zaitsevo. They attacked in our checkpoint or foothold. The servicemen of Ukraine actually fought back and opened a very dense fire against on the enemies. It lasted for a couple of hours. After the enemy suffered some losses and they retreated. In Mikhailovsky, we recorded two short-term mortar launcher fire. Also in the some outskirts of Gorlivka near Svetlodarsk, we had about 10 provocations of the occupants who used the small arms and grenade launchers. Also, the very tense situation was in this section of the front from Gorlivka, between Gorlivka and Yasenovata. We recorded some fire in Novgorodsky, Troitsky, and Verkhin-Toretsk. Also, the enemy was active yesterday near Donetsk airport in Avdiivka, Opatnepitsky, and Krasnogorivka. In addition to small arms and the grenade launchers, at least twice the occupants fired at our positions from BMP ALC-2. It happened in Pitsky. In Mariupolsk sector, near almost half an hour, the enemy shot at our positions using small arms in Shirokina. Also, they recorded the snipers' fire. Over the last 24 hours, we didn't have anybody killed, but only one was serviceman of Ukraine was wounded in Mayorsk. Yesterday morning, near Kurachovo, Donetsk region, Ukrainian armored vehicle actually went to the ditch. As a result of this accident, one serviceman was killed and 5 servicemen of Ukraine were wounded. In Volnovakha district, during the agricultural works, one of the tractors actually was undermined. As a result of this explosion, 2 people suffered. They were hospitalized and the medical aid was provided. The training of the military units of Ukraine continue. One of the detached paratroopers or aerial weapons. In the Marinka Donetsk region, the law enforcement officers seized 24 cumulative ammunition for the manual anti-tank grenade launcher. Also in the Mariupolsk bus station, they seized the combat F1 grenade. With a fuse to that, the timely seizure of this ammunition allowed to avoid possible wounding of the people. The Donetsk law enforcement officers repaired one of the Marinka schools, which was deprived of the central heating, district heating. They helped to change the pipelines and install the glass, the windows. Today, already the school students renewed their studies after the 2-week forced locations. This exhausts my information. Should you have any questions, please do.
Channel 5, do you have information about the Tomba number of shootings? Why the militants are so became more active, and what about drones? We don't have any information about drones, but we have the information about active radio electronic reconnaissance of the enemy. As to number of shellings, we don't have any exact number, and there are some firing attacks, and it's impossible to differentiate between shellings. They were taking the period of the beginning of the shelling and end of the shelling, and why the militants have become more active. This is one of the most active days. It's difficult to say what is the reason, but we are ready to any development of events, including to the offense. Yesterday demonstrated it. The first attack of the militants was stopped, and they had to withdraw. I know there are killed and wounded servicemen on their side. You also are saying that they were using machine guns and mortars. Are they using the weapons that were to be withdrawn? They were using mortars of